And the first time you may have fun on Mathline, talk about fun on Mathline, we are going to the problem of the day. And this one is about Erica. She triples a number. She adds 9 and divides everything by 6 to give a quotient of 10. What is her original number? Wow, another one of those lots of words, but easy to solve. Let's take a look at this problem, see what we're going to do. She first of all says she triples a number. Oh, we don't know what that number is, do we? If it's like she didn't put a 5 in there or a 6, she may have, but we're going to be hunting that down. So that's the first thing we need to do is define what are we looking for. We are looking for the original number, which is right back here before she triples it, before she triples. Okay, so we'll let n equal that original number. You said, Ernie, you're going to do that math stuff called algebra today? Yeah, we'll probably do some algebra on this, but let's think it through before we start cranking. But I always want us to make sure we don't forget to put down a variable when we don't know what's going on, and we have to put something to describe it. So n will be our original number, or in this case, Erica's original number. Now, where do we go? Where do we go from here? Well, I'm going to go to the end for just a minute. Because when I get to, and plus we just need to know what these words mean. Quotient means a result when you divide. So to get to 10, we've got to divide by something. And according to this, we divided by 6. So what we're going to do, we're going to back this up and reverse the process, because we're going to use what we call inverse function here. The opposite, or the inverse function of division, is going to be to multiply. So let's work backwards. We're going to say 10 times 6. So eventually we're going to be doing that. That gives us 60. And now it's a little bit easier to think in my head. I've got a number I'm going to try to triple, but I'm adding 9 to that, and then I get 60. So see, we eliminate a little bit of the mystery as we move along. But you know what I think? I think it's good to write this one down, because that's the algebra working for us. That helps us out. So let's take a look. We're going to say, Erica, and your number, triple it. There you go. That's a 3n moment. All right, 3 times n. That's what 3n means. We're going to add 9 to that. And by the way, if they had used the word talking about what happens when you multiply two numbers, it would be the word product. So you hear that word product, you know multiplication. Jam them together and see what happens. We're going to also divide everything, not just the 9, not just 3, but the whole thing. So here's how we write that. Remember, fractions indicate division. So here we go, divided by 6. The quotient equals, there you go, 10. Straightforward. I'm going to tell you something. Setting up the problem is half your battle, if not even more. Because once you have it set up, the techniques, they're easy. It's easy to follow to the very, very end. So at home, whether you're on your computer right now, your laptop, this is where you want to go. So I mentioned something in the preview of this little problem. I said something about let's multiply 6 times 10. You said, well, Ernie, why would you do that? Because basically I'm going to try to offset this. So let's draw a big bracket here. And I'm going to multiply both of these sides by 6. Now what happens here? I get that cleanup effect. I say goodbye to that fraction. You say, well, could you have made 3n over 6 and make 1/2 n? Sure I could. That'd be fine. And then I'd come out here and say 9 over 6, and I've still got a fraction. This way, I'm going to clean up the fractions completely. All right? Now, I'm not saying you couldn't have gone ahead and put 1/2 n plus 1/2, and you'll get the same answer, but I think this is going to work a little bit easier. So let's go with it and see what we have. We have 60, which I promised you we'd get a nice whole number there, because, my friends, there's nothing to cancel over here. On the left-hand side, we have 3n plus 9. Careful, very careful. Some of you are already going like, oh, that's 12n. No, it isn't. It's 3n plus 9. Keep them separated. These are not like terms, so leave them alone as you see them. So there's where we are at this point. You say, we're going to finish it? Sure, why not? It's Mathline, isn't it? So we go ahead and finish the problem. Let's take care of it. We've got 3n plus 9, I'm going to rewrite up here, equaling to 60. Clean up the mess. Clean up what's going on here. We're going to subtract 9 from both sides. And I'm catching a glimpse of, it looks like 3n. Say goodbye to the 9s, at least on the left-hand side. Now, check out the right-hand side. What's going on? I'm seeing 51. 51. So we're going to divide both sides. Little division property of equality here. Interesting. We started with a division moment. Now we've got to divide again. So we got to divide at the end here. After we did the multiplication, we did the subtraction. Now it's time to run that 3 through there. And let's see where it takes us. What does it do for us? Well, it looks like we're going to get n equaling to 17. That goes in there evenly. Now, the question is, we always, and you know me, we always like to check and see what's going on. So let's start with our little number 17. We're going to triple it. I'm running out of room. Let's see. I'll put it right down here. We got 3 times 17. Think about that. That's 51. Little note. Plus 9. All right. And then we're going to divide that by 6. And that equals to hopefully 10. That's our goal. That's our goal. We just ran off the page. Hang on just folks. Let me adjust it a little bit. There we are. Good deal. So this basically is going to tell me I get 51 plus 9. And 51 plus 9 is 60. And we're over that 6. And that will give us 10 right there. So Erica, you tripled it. You worked through it. We say 17 is that original number. It verifies out when we check it back through the problem. Does it make sense? You can do that mentally, or you can just write it down like I did here, just to show you where all the steps are coming from. And that, folks, there's your problem of the day.